Topic 4. The Constitution and Privacy by What is Ektuaprani. First, let's talk a little bit about history. After the War of the Independence, in order to keep all 13 states together, all the representatives have to make a lot of compromise with one another. Nobody gets everything, but everyone gets something so that they think that this is fair enough. Therefore, the law is supposed to be fair for everyone. If the law is not fair, then it is nothing but a rule from one group to oppress the other. Okay, that's history. Now here's a story. And yes, is of a lovely lady and her daughter. They were involved in an accident on September 23rd, 2018. The insurer of the vehicle one wanted to keep the van and compensate me for $4,326 and some change. I demand that the Progressive return my van, but they insist on keeping it, saying that it's junk. Why do you want it? I said, yeah, that junk is my car. I asked him what law gave him the rights to keep my car. The Progressive representative kindly sent me the title of Florida statute for reference. I searched it up, the Florida statute, online, and used that to argue almost word for word. The Progressive finally returned my van. After a year of negotiation, the Progressive settled for $5,009.04. I was able to sell my van as a junk car for $1,300. I recovered my losses in a total of $6,309.04, which is $2,000 more than the original offer. From the time of the accident to the time of the settlement, no lawyer would take my case because there was no money in it. So, the moral of the story is that the law is fair as long as one knows the law, or the case must have money to be made by the lawyer. From this example, we can see that the problem is not the law, but the problem is the equal representation. Therefore, I propose a solution. We will use machine learning and natural language processing to create a legal kiosk system to eventually give all the people an equal representation. The system will create many bots that have the hierarchy mirror the current U.S. justice system. Ultimately, the Department of Justice, DOJ, will develop and oversee the quality of the bots. The system will be maintained by the federal, state, and local governments. The current infrastructures have already existed, which are owned, maintained, and controlled by corporations such as Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, for example. The machine learning project will be funded by the federal government for development because the federal government has enough funding to create and sustain a long-term machine learning program. Because of the machine will have to learn many things besides natural language. To prevent humanity's nightmare from realization, the machine has to learn to compare and reason based on the U.S. Declaration of Independence, the ideology, the core value of our country. The constitutions and the amendments are a prime directive at which the machine must follow. It will have to weigh them against the Supreme Court's previous cases and the results as a learning tool. There is also a committee to oversee the program and judges to coach and guide the understanding, the logic and algorithm which derive to such outcome. Like us, the machine does forget and evolve. We have seen that from the results of deep learning of neural network researchers all around the world. We can break down the progress of the development into 4 phases. Phase 1. Flip, roll, and sit. This phase involves educating people about laws when they need it. The legal assistance any individual or group access the kiosk can search a type of filing with interactive voice visual that meet federal ICT standard guidelines. Current and active laws searchable via kiosk, not by the third-party app. Legal history and previous cases search. These types of search functions and engines have been around and are sophisticated enough to do the job. Note that Phase 1 has begun to be implemented by the state of Florida for e-filing already. Phase 2, crawl. The bot should have the capability similar to paralegal assistant or court clerk quality at this stage. The court clerk human will have to prove and co-sign all the documents along with the kiosk bot signature. Each kiosk bot access must be uniquely identifiable at the timestamp. Phase 3, walk. Legal speech during the trial. Autocorrection, such as Grammarly or other language translation engine, can help anyone structure his or her speech legally and logically during the trial. With a neural network in machine learning trains the bot to talk and prepare legal paper to the quality of paralegal, increases speech recognition and synthesis. However, the bot will never replace the human court clerk or paralegal. The bot should have the ability to assist a plaintiff in the trial by simple objection with reasoning to any illogical argument or incriminating oneself. The bot will have the ability to reference previous cases, laws relevant to the petition during the trial. The bot can also predetermine the outcome of the court for pre-trial hearing. Phase 4, run. First thing we do, let's kill all the lawyers. William Shakespeare, Henry VI, Part 2, Act 4, Scenes 2. A person have enough confidence to allow the chatbot or the robot prepares and strategizes for a trial. Further development into other function of the law enforcement, such as assisting the police in warrant arrest and so forth. In the end, with a robot assist, we, the people, can have an equal representation for us in the court of law. We would not have to depend on the lawyer to decide whether they take the case or not. The robot can protect our privacy and other rights on the internet and advise us of our rights in everyday life as well. So let me demonstrate, and after I will accept any questions you have.